We got it.
Let me make sure there's nothing suspect on this shelf.
Oh no.
Oh no, we're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Hello, viewers. Welcome to tonight's episode of T7.
On Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
So normally, if you're joining us for the first time, this is actually the title of the show is Thorough Thursday Theories That Transcend the Table. I said it right. I said it right.
Wow.
I'm so proud.
Um,
I'm so.
But tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So we all have family things going on and stuff, so we bumped that to tonight instead. But essentially, welcome for those that may be lurking and don't know anything about Welcome to the Table. Welcome to the Table is a bi-weekly TTRPG, streams on every other Sunday night with our regular campaign and a few other things in the works. But these T7, as we call it, is kind of where we discuss a little bit of how the campaign is going, talk to some of the cast and crew, and generally get if anybody would put in any sort of questions to from the chat to talk about those too. But we like to talk about other things as well, life and things like that. So thank you. Hey, Stanky Beard.
Whoa.
Thanks for the subscription, my man.
Yeah, you know, I'm a generous guy.
Appreciate it.
Humble too.
So this is kind of fun. This is our first stream since we became affiliate.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, which, you know, it's technically in the grand scheme of Twitch stuff, it's pretty small potatoes, but it's a cool little goal that we reached. And we
potatoes nonetheless.
Exactly, right? And I am Irish, so these things mean a lot. They can save your country from a famine. In any case, we appreciate you guys so much for just being viewership, and then, you know, joining us every other Sunday, and for nights like this as well. Like, it's just, I'm just overjoyed by the amount of support we've been getting. We've only been at this for not even 2 months at this point.
Yeah.
It's not many streams at all. And we're building what's cool community. I don't have we have yes Umiel, there is ads, which I need to figure out what that's gonna look like. I don't know if I actually want ads running during
I think you have to run them, but they'll automatically run when they join.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So they're not going to be like interrupted through the whole time. Because
I think that you could set it up so they could,
Right.
an ad every 8 minutes or something, but you don't have to do that.
I
and you
did-
can automatically run an ad on the break or something.
Right. So at this point, because I kind of looked over some of that stuff, and, you know, they were like, oh yeah, you want like 3 minutes of ads an hour, and I'm like, no, that's not. I
Try
can't.
50 minutes of ads an hour.
There we go. It's just commercials. That's it, and we'll make so much money, and because that's all that we're about here on Welcome to the Table, right, guys? That's it.
Money, 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 money.
A wild, wild west appears. Wait, there he is. Oh, we gotta change the scenery for you tonight.
Yeah, he's in the middle of his house.
Yeah. Oh, can't hear you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing. Now I can't tell if you're just miming. Are you like, you have a Bluetooth on something happening right now that we just can't hear you? No. All right. Well, we'll wait till Wes gets. We'll let him figure that out. So yeah, pretty crazy. A friend of mine had texted me and said, "Hey, man, I just want to let you know I gave you guys and I know that he has At
Is
least
that
I
working?
assume. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
I think that he has Amazon Prime, right? So he could just do like the Prime sub, but he's like, hey man, I dropped a sub for you guys. So he did a tier 1, and I was like, that's so nice. Thank you.
That is nice.
So it's exciting. You know, for our viewers that have been watching for just a few, don't feel like you have to do that. We're glad that you're here. We're glad that you can join us for these, and we just thank you so much for the support. How are you, Wes? He can't hear me.
Well, maybe he can hear you and he just
He's
doesn't.
just ignoring me. So I should
You talking about me?
yeah, I was asking how you are.
Oh, I'm good. I was trying to figure out how to do the subscribing thing because I haven't done that yet.
If you click subscribe, there should be a box that says subscribe with Prime. The cat's name, Umi, is. Hold on, I'm getting her. Oh no! Don't
Whoa!
She knocked over a glass.
Kicked
The cat's name is Camo because that's what the 2-year-old wanted to name the cat.
Wow.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh man. Dana is probably watching Jordan make dinner.
Oh, you haven't eaten yet, Shane?
Oh no, I snacked. I'm
Okay. All right. I feel bad.
good. No, don't feel bad.
Yeah.
We were binging the Hunger Games series, so
Same.
it's our own fault that we took too much time.
Nice.
Did you see the new film?
I did. We went to see it this weekend.
All right. So
Yeah,
what are
me
you?
and Wes went and saw it together. We went on a date.
That's
Was
cute.
it good?
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I did.
I had no expectations,
Good.
and it superseded those no expectations.
Good. Good. Yes. I read the book. So I felt like
See, I didn't
had
read the
to see it.
book.
I read the books. I really like the books a lot.
Mhm.
After
they were
talking
great.
with Alyssa, I'm glad I didn't read the book because obviously there's some things that happen that you're like, ooh.
Ooh. Well, I won't spoil it for anyone, but as a book reader, I did enjoy the way they interpreted it into the film.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Also, for the first time on T7 tonight, currently stuffing her face, is assistant producer and director of art, Emily.
Yay!
Yay!
She's been in the
Technically-
back before.
Yeah, say technically it's not my first time on camera. It's
Yeah.
just my first time in front of the camera and
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
awkward
She's-
side view.
It's her first time in front of the microphone.
That's right. So, the very cool logo that you guys see on the campaign on our Sunday show, that was designed by Emily, and she, which I excuse me. If you're in our Discord, you know that we've been talking about some art and things. Emily's working on a bunch of character art and things like that as well. Hey, thanks, Johnny Bringus.
I did it. I figured it out.
I love it. I needed to figure out how they do this, like when it comes on the screen and does like some sort of
Channel notification.
That's right.
Something that I guess I have to design now.
That's right. Absolutely. That is a fun part with that is figuring out all these emotes and stuff.
Hi, Alyssa.
Oh, yeah, she's in the background.
I think you can actually blur your background, but
I mean, I could.
No, she wants to make her face known.
You can, and also side. Your turkey is still here.
I was just about to say I'm on my way to get my turkey.
What's in our garage?
My
It's
turkey
welcome.
the one that's been thawing in her garage for the last 12 hours.
Hey, we grabbed
It's totally still fine.
Is that one that Mel got one from you guys too?
Yes.
I reminded her that we still have the one from last year in our freezer upstairs.
Hey, that's all right. It's in the freezer. It's fine.
That's
Don't worry
great.
about it.
It'll be
cool.
totally fine.
It's cool.
Still been frozen for a year, so.
Yeah.
We'll use it eventually.
Umi asked a
ahead.
question,
Yes.
and Umi is the one that lent me the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes book.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
The answer is yes to your question.
No, I love him. He's a soft boy. He's misunderstood.
Who? Snow?
Yeah.
Oreo, all Norlius.
You say that he's misunderstood?
Yes, he's misunderstood.
You mean like he killed a lot of
No,
people?
no. Yeah, he killed himself so he could be with Lucy Gray.
That was a lie. Because he was
No.
gonna say that he killed somebody
No.
else.
No.
All right.
Guys,
All right.
should I be changing the episode? Should I be
gaslighting.
changing this
Stop
episode title
gaslighting.
to the Welcome to the Table cast and crew talks about the Hunger Games ballad?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
What is it
I'm
called?
The
not
beef we
surprised.
have with the movie.
I'm not surprised that Devin would sympathize with Snow, though. You know?
Okay.
Rock-
It's one of those things. It's like watching Revenge of the Sith and being like, maybe this time Anakin won't go to the dark side, right?
I think Anakin has a little more. I don't know. I guess it's kind of similar, but
I think it's
Yeah.
very.
Snow had several choice. Like he made several choices that. Anyways,
Several.
we don't need to talk about.
Several choices. And
Uh,
going back to watch the original films now just reinforces that. As a girl that
Okay.
grew up in the Hunger Games
That's what-
young adult prime, I dressed up as Katniss. I did the hair braid. I actually loved archery growing up, so I
cool.
thought I was her. Yep, except without the poverty and war, and
Sure.
But you do live in the Appalachian region, so
I do.
Yep.
you have that.
Yep.
I grew up in Reading, which is a coal mining town. Or
I'm
was a
fairly
coal
s-
mining town.
Yeah, I mean, like we are District 13.
Alyssa says
Wow.
she did
12. I couldn't
archery
remember.
too.
Wow,
I
Alyssa.
did archery before Hunger Games. I want to make that clear.
I also did.
Okay, valid.
That's
valid.
what, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Hunger
was
Games.
also-
Hunger Games had a grip on me in high school. I read the books in high school. I don't think I finished the third one because it wasn't as good.
Mm.
But 2, and the movie 2. The second movie is the
true.
best book adaptation I've ever seen.
I'm seeing another thing from Umi, and it's quite the
What?
it's quite the question. If you could kidnap one person and make them do an activity, who would you kidnap, and what would you? Consequence.
That question is so suspect.
Right.
Alive.
And like anybody in general, or like anybody from the cast? Are we talking about the movie?
Can I make somebody kill somebody, or is law breaking against the rules? Umi, I'm asking you.
I think she said no one can be. They need to, yeah, I guess it would just be that person.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
true story from my bachelor party. So Mel was in on this. It was her and her brother was with us, and we were going to go watch a movie. So we went to the movie theater, and I show up. We pull into the parking lot, and at this point, one of my friends. This is a bunch of guys. Like they were a bunch of the different youth leaders at the church that I worked at. One of the guys there had a conversion van, straight up kidnapping van, right, with curtains in the windows and everything. And so they pull up, they like drive into this parking lot, open the door. They're all wearing masks, and they grab me out of my car and throw me into the van. There's no explanation to people around, right? They just grab me and they kidnap me to take me to my bachelor party.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you at least know like your bachelor party was happening soon?
Well, I knew what my buddy's van was, so I knew it was his van.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But
So it's more a reaction for other people.
mm-hmm. Yep. So
Interesting.
yeah, it was fun.
My answer would be I would kidnap Nate and make him clean my bathroom.
Yeah.
I do enjoy cleaning. So
There you go.
that's what I was doing.
So I wouldn't even have to
literally.
make him.
The answer to that question for me is I would kidnap Jordan, my husband, and take him to Disney World. He's really doesn't want to go. And I just want him to experience it once.
He doesn't want to be a Disney adult, and that's fair.
I'm not a Disney adult. You don't have to be a Disney
I
adult.
said you don't
wants-
have to be a Disney
He wants
adult.
to
Go to
avoid
Disney
stigma. He wants to avoid the stigma.
Fair enough.
You can't get into the orbit of that, right? If you get into the
Gotta-
orbit.
They avoid the children too.
He's
Well, I
trying
guess
to
it's
stay above
avoiding the
reproach.
Disney adults is a big thing.
It's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Almost worse than children sometimes.
I mean, usually.
did I tell you guys the story of when this would have been in 2020, January 2020. So my dad and I, this is all to say I'm a terrible parent, because we decided to go visit my old youth pastor who was doing a ministry down in Florida, not too far from Disney. So him and I we spend like 2 weeks in Florida, and the whole time, like, my kids are asking my wife, like, is Dad gonna go to Disney? No, don't worry about it. He won't go.
Umi's getting added. She's watching an ad apparently. So they
but-
do run at random.
Oh.
This is a good test.
Yeah,
She said Red Bull ad, good choice.
I wonder if I can change. Can I? That's really annoying.
Matt might know. If not, I can look at it.
Okay.
I can see Matt looking at us in the background as we speak.
He'd be a creepy.
It's because he's hearing it at a delay. So then all of a sudden.
If he has his laptop around, have him sign in and figure if he can just limit those right now. Later. Emily's not hearing me.
No, I am. I was seeing if he was
Subscribe
going to
for
do
no
anything.
ads. That's actually
Subscribe
yeah.
for no ads.
No.
So, yeah, I had to find some Disney merch to buy for my kids for at least something.
I would probably kidnap Jordan and take him to Disneyland with me.
I think I would kidnap Jordan and take him to the Disney store at the mall.
Ooh.
And before you guys kidnap him and take him to Disneyland and Disney World,
Mm.
different places. I would take him to the store first so he could get his toes wet. Maybe get a T-shirt or a Mickey crown.
An Elsa dress.
And Elsa dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, no shame. Whatever
He would
he's
wear-
into.
He would do whatever I told him to, so
Wow.
I don't even know if he's listening. He
Cool.
said, did you guys hear him?
No.
He said, sounds like a nightmare from the next room.
I mean,
Sounds like a night in, is I think what he said.
that moment when
Also,
you
Matt said he'll look into it when he's done eating.
Hey, that's fine.
Can you tell him no breaks?
I mean, you can. He's listening to the actual stream
No
over
breaks.
there.
Sorry.
He said he's off the clock.
This is not.
Do we have
so this is really not professional.
Do we have a topic that we're supposed to be covering, Nate, or is this just a shoot? shoot the
Yeah,
ball?
we'll get to it. I just wanted to make sure everybody was here.
Hey, I'm okay with shooting the wall.
I wanted to give kind of a breakdown of this week as well. We still are going to be streaming on Sunday, but both Seth and Sarah are away. No, not Seth. Devin and Sarah are away this Sunday. So we're going to change it up a little bit. And we are introducing a new little show called War Stories, where we're going to do some side one-shots in the world of TerraBand, kind of giving some... if you're looking at the schedule, Umi, it could be a hint at that. Umi asked, "Are we doing spy stuff?" So, yes, on that stream, that will be we will have Shay, Wes, and Seth, along with Emily will be joining us at the table, which
Yeah.
will be fun.
Trying. I will be trying. Sorry,
Uh,
all my stuff is over there.
and my lovely wife, Melanie, will be joining us at the table.
Woohoo!
Oh wait, huh?
So that should be fun. Puppy,
Puppies.
Foxy.
you guys are so like. If I let if the dog would get in here, you guys would just see the annoyance of when I'm just trying to like push him down. Like
We would just see
jumping
the
over
camera like
everything.
fall to the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then like a please stand by screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a handsome boy, so it would get views.
That's very true.
But
A Pomsky. That's not.
I gotta figure out, like, everyone sees the Discord messages when they come in, and speaking of my wife was listening. I think that's what it was, because that was her in the Discord. So,
We spoke
Yeah.
her name and she appeared.
so, yeah. So that should be fun. We're kind of, hopefully everyone's playing some different classes than what they do in their normal, in the normal campaign. I thought it was just so funny though that as we were like, all right guys, we're ending this one on a quite the cliffhanger. By the way, new show happening. Not gonna jump into the campaign next time.
That's our third show. Count them. 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
We're just. I mean, it's. What's the word? Diversify.
Yeah.
Right?
Content. It's all content.
It's all content. It's all content. See, and this is funny. Now we're doing the flip version of when Matt's on T7. Now we see
Right,
Matt.
and now you get to see him in the back corner.
Yeah.
He said he needs the token, by the way, to sign in.
Oh, okay. Give me 2 seconds.
Don't say it over stream.
So I say it over
Yeah, say-
stream.
Text it to him. Don't do it in the Discord because it's gonna show up on screen too.
I'll put my social security out there. It'll be great, guys.
Spoiler, mine is 7.
Do high five. Thank you. She's got tricks.
Wait. Oh, that one. Sorry. See, we have to be quick, though. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? But now I remember. 2 seconds there, Matt. I'm
2
being...
seconds.
Tell him he's got to be quick. He'll know why. Someone else needs to fill the silence while I do this.
So,
Silence.
Boy. What's your favorite holiday and why? I like
Ooh.
New Year's because, rebirth.
Easter, because Jesus rose again, and I care about Jesus rising again.
Thanksgiving because of the food.
Just Devin's comment made me laugh. Alyssa's like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm just like, "I'm laughing at Devin."
I am better than you guys. Like, sorry, I'm more favored.
I would also say Easter. That's my favorite one too.
I'm in good company.
Cute.
I'm being clawed in the neck.
I think that
Fun.
I think that Thanksgiving always gets like people they just like kind of forget about it because everyone's always like, Christmas is the best. Okay, let's calm down, people.
Thanksgiving is the Thursday to Christmas's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So no,
Mm.
Christmas is Saturday, Sunday. New Year's is Sunday. Did I say that right? Christmas is Friday, Saturday. New Year's is Sunday.
Mhm.
If you were to make a new holiday, what would it celebrate? And how?
You don't want to know my answer.
Ooh.
Celebrate Falstaff and all they've done for society.
All right.
And
Well, mine would be an anti-Falstaff holiday.
it would be called National Kill a Gatherer Day.
Where you build a statue of snow.
No.
That's right.
From the river to the sea, Falstaff will be free.
Oh!
Oh no.
Not the same in any way.
I'm trying to think what I would do here. New holiday. See, the thing is that anything that's like important that like in my life that I would certainly celebrate is already has a holiday. So I'm like, what would I do? What would I choose?
I would do
Right.
a holiday that it's different every year, and it's just called the game. And so every year, once a year, you'll lose the game because you'll think about it, just as a reminder.
He lost.
Wow.
We all just lost.
Way to bring back the meme, my man.
That's before memes.
It's
Yeah,
true.
it's true. Very, very true. That's when you know you have older siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I would make Easter a bigger holiday. That's what I would do. Can I do that? Can I make Easter a bigger holiday?
Amplify a holiday
Yeah.
or create a new one.
Cat.
So just recently, I learned about the millennial pause. Have you heard of that?
I've
what
heard
that
the
is.
term. I have.
I know
So-
it well. I make
Yeah.
fun of people for doing it.
Okay.
So it's like
Enlighten
the
me.
pause that millennials do before they start like a video. So like they'll set down the camera and they'll
Ooh.
start it, and then they'll do like, "Hello, thank you for watching my video." Whereas now all the kids do this, where they start the video and they set it down and they start it right away instead of pausing beforehand.
The Gen Z shake.
The Gen Z shake. Gotta set my camera down.
Yeah.
No time for a pause. So that's
The
just
mil-
another way that they're starting to age me.
Yeah.
The millennial pause is literally like. So I went to Target today and I got like, it's noticeable. It's not subtle. Once you know about it, it's on the top of your head every time you watch a
Sorry,
video.
I'm looking at the chat. Yes, Umi. Resurrection Day, we do celebrate that with Easter. You're right. Ascension Day is what yes. I know what you meant there.
How about Reformation Day?
I went-
Guys? Come
I
on.
mean, you could celebrate Passover because it's the,
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's already a
Just-
holiday.
Yeah, but
right. That's just the extension of Easter for some people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, also a Jewish holiday.
The growing up, I went to a Mennonite school in elementary school, and we had off for Ascension Day.
Good.
It's like a big holiday for them. So.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's right. They
Yeah.
do all of their shopping on that day.
They do all their shopping on that day.
Mm-hmm. Ascension
know that.
Day, you go out in Lancaster and stores are just packed.
How about
with
that?
Amish and Mennonite people.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
I usually have off on Ascension Day because none of them are doing anything on
Yeah,
Ascension Day
right.
It's true.
because of that,
That would make sense. That would make sense.
which is great. Other than this past year when everyone was like, "Oh, can you come to my house? I'm going to be home because it's Ascension Day,"
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "I think I'm supposed to be off," but
Yeah, right. Another question from Umi. Thank you for the questions, Umi. What is a characteristic that you value greatly in others?
I value trust above all else. Trust comes after love, but before love.
Is there a joke here?
And
Is there a
I
joke
think
here?
Wes really liked that movie, The Ballad
Actually,
of Songbirds.
I gotta admit, I don't care that much for those movies. I don't like them. Their vibe doesn't vibe with me.
Ooh, get him
Ooh.
off the stage.
hot take.
I
Ooh.
like them okay, but that's the extent of it.
I'm throwing popcorn.
I can't believe we're back to this, guys.
I'm throwing
Yeah,
popcorn
Wes
here.
quoted it.
It's
I did quote it.
Quote the Wesley.
They always made me feel really like depressed.
Oh, wow. It's almost like you felt, how you were supposed to feel.
Yeah, and I don't like it.
Such a
I don't
Peter.
want to watch a movie to make me depressed.
Reap him. Yes, we're reaping Wes. Wes is going. Literally, you're like the point of the movie is to feel sad and feel no hope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like that. Why would I like a movie like that?
You're saying it like you want to feel a different way. You just don't watch the movie then.
You're
going into the movie thinking like, oh wow,
Okay,
this is
all
gonna
right,
be
all right,
upbeat and
all right,
fun.
all right, all right. I'm putting a stop to this right now. Let's
Yeah,
answer the
I
question.
just don't like it that much. I'm sorry.
Let's answer the question for Umi.
I appreciate characteristic. Is this a characteristic? Flexibility, open-mindedness. I just don't like when someone's stuck on one thought and can't get out of it. It makes conversations horrible.
Sure.
Yeah.
For me, I'd say if someone honesty is huge, and this comes from a place of growing into that, because when I was like a kid and into my teenage years, man, I could come up with the best lies, just the best, to save face on a lot of stuff, and I, God really worked on my heart, and that really is where it comes down to. Changed a lot of things. Now I'm very kind of sensitive to dishonesty in a lot of ways, where it's just it eats at me quite a bit. That I don't like it very much. So, and that kind of, when you the characteristics that you kind of don't like in yourself, and then when they, other things, you kind of, you value those in other people when you realize how important they are when you're, moving. And so, yeah, that's a huge one for me. And there's a lot of baggage that goes along with that too. So, now I'm kind of an open book is really what it comes down to. For better or for worse sometimes. It's great at church, I'll say it that way. It's good to know to have people behind your back where you can just share all that stuff. So it's pretty great. But yeah, that's mine.
I'd say for me, honestly, just like for lack of being able to come up with something else, I was just recently with a friend who, after I left her house, I was like, it's really great being around her because she's just so encouraging. And it doesn't matter like what you're saying. And I was just talking with Matt about it. I was like, if I ever needed like a hype person or like someone just to like kind of like be on the same like level with me with something, like I'm gonna go to this person because she's just gonna like, absolutely, Emily, you need to do that, and like just like really encouraging in that way. And yeah, so like I loved I loved leaving her house because I felt so good. In like a good way.
Sure. That's cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just looking at.
I like a good sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can't talk to people if they don't have a sense of humor. At least, not very naturally, because that's how I talk, is
Mhm.
usually in jokes.
Right, yeah.
Wes is serious all the time. Don't believe him.
100% of the time.
If I'm serious, it's usually because something's wrong,
Yeah. That's fair.
He's
or because I
serious.
feel
He's
uncomfortable.
seriously mad.
Mm. What did you say, Devin?
I said if he's serious, he's seriously mad.
I always feel more uncomfortable when like someone that I know is like always like has just more of an upbeat spirit, and then like all of a sudden like they're just like kind of like monotone. I'm like, oh, now I have to feel awkward
Ruh-roh.
because like they're usually the ones that are like bringing everybody up.
Mhm.
So there you go, Wes. You always have to be. You can never be sad.
Upbeat.
Yep, you're not allowed to be sad, or you'll make me uncomfy.
Well, I'm also sad all the time, so I mean,
Catch 22.
yeah. It's because I watch too many Hunger Games.
You can feel happy about the second one because they
I,
did a
I like them fine enough. Like they're just not my favorite. Like I like them.
Well, they're not my favorite.
By the way, everybody, this is root beer. Root beer.
I don't believe you.
I was pulling up a glass bottle, so.
This is Sprite.
Right.
You have to do the whole water. This is water.
Stewart's root beer, not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Got to do the whole influencer thing.
I'm trying to quit caffeine. This is day 2. I've had a headache for 2 days.
Oh, that
and this
would be
is
terrible.
caffeine free, but it's something. So
It's just sugar. You're drinking. It's just sugar.
I gotta do something for the headache. So like that's what that is an attempt to do.
That's the worst, like coming off of like trying to like when you're so like used to having caffeine. I remember I had an aunt who was like she had like tea all the time, sweet tea or something like that, and just like getting off of that, she just had a headache all the time. And I'm like, I feel so bad for you, but also that's not good that you're having a headache because you're not having it.
I'll get to your question then, Umi, the other one. But Emily,
Yes.
everyone that's been on T7 has kind of talked about their experiences in the tabletop role playing game, their history with it, all that kind of stuff. The producer's mad about something.
So sorry, all of a sudden we had to come up with a time of when we're going over to my parents for Thanksgiving.
Gotta love it, right? So, oh, nope, they're still talking. They're still chatting away.
Alright, we're good.
I was picturing it. What's the sim language? I always forget what it's called.
Oh, like Simlish?
Simlish. That's what it was. Yep. So tell us your experience with tabletop role-playing games, and yeah, I'll just leave it open-ended. Go for it.
Okay, cool. I mean, my story has been told with everybody else, like with 2 other people's stories, Matt's and yours, because I started playing at the same time that you and Matt did, which was back in 2017, with Josh, who helped with Ordnance. He was the DM, and it was one of those things where, like, not only was I, like, still, like, not somewhat new to the friend group, because Matt and I had just gotten married, which I always say that I, like, married into the friend group. So then you were like, oh, we are also going to, like, bring in these friends and, like, meet them and then, like, play Dungeons and Dragons. And, like, not that my parents were ever, like, against it, but, like, they always, like, joked about it. Like, oh, it's that satanic game and, like, all that stuff. So I was like, oh no, that'd be like super fun to like try and like tell my parents that it's not a satanic game. Especially because I could say like, oh, I'm doing it with a bunch of church friends, like stuff like that. So yeah, we started that game. My first character, I was actually going to play a cleric, but I was the last one to create my character in that campaign. And then when I found out that Nate was playing a cleric, I was like, we're not doing that. We're not playing two clerics, especially in a game that like I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. So I started as a wizard who then turned more like as like a necromantic wizard, or yeah, necromantic wizard. And her name was Bryn, and she was super fun to play. And I miss her. I miss playing
She
her
was
so
such
much.
an edgelord.
She really was. And like she had like this awful backstory, and like we ended up like making up random things throughout the game as well, to like bring in like family ties and stuff. But yeah, no, it was super fun. And then like from there, started playing with Nate in his other games. We ran a couple of games just for some coworkers. That didn't really turn out into anything, but it was still fun to play. And yeah, that's kind of it.
And I've always appreciated you at the table. It's always been fun. Em plays in a campaign of mine right now. And yeah.
Oliver.
Yes.
Oliver.
It's another
Oliver.
Oliver. Only this Oliver's about this big.
Yeah. And like
'Cause he's
riddled
little-
with anxiety.
Little owl boy. Excuse me.
My buddy.
Yep. Now we're buddies. We weren't with
Now that I'm
with
a
your
different
first.
person, we're buddies.
No, it's great. I'm glad that we got to do like that friend group got to kind of experience all of that together. And
Oh,
kind of,
absolutely, yeah.
learn this whole world, coming into it. That was really fun.
Yeah. I
So-
still talk to people about like how long we played. Like, I think I ran into somebody like just a random person like in a grocery store or something, and like I think I had like a Dungeons and Dragons shirt on.
Mhm.
So they were like, "Oh, like, do you play?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we used to." And they were like, "I don't understand how people can play such long games and for long periods of time." And I was like, "Well, when we first started, we played like 4 to 5 hours a day, once a week for 3 years.
Mhm.
So like that's how we played." And they were like, "Oh."
Yeah. Yep.
But like there are still parts of me that miss it.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't
that's
work
like
now.
The dream. That's the
Umi,
dream.
Yeah.
I do have to answer this question because it's a related question in the chat. Umi, you might have had an ad during this or something, but this Sunday in the War Stories, Emily will be at the table for that.
Ooh.
So
Yes, I will be playing.
She will be welcomed to the table.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I'll be welcomed.
You're lucky I'm not there.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
My character
No.
will welcome you for sure.
I would have played a super upbeat person because I would try to be as opposite as possible.
Fair. All right. So, Devin, here's the conversation that I had with Matt about Rock. Because you irk me so much as a character. Like,
Devin
I can't
does,
stand
not
it.
Rock. But you do, Devin, as a person.
Right,
I
as
just
a person,
can't
yes.
stand you.
I'm
But
listening.
and that, like I had said that because with me playing in the game on Sunday, Matt was like, I was like, oh well, like you can just run the chat like I do, and he's like, no one's gonna like that because I'm like Matt's like #1 Rock fan, and I'm like, good for you, like I can't do that, and he's like, he's just such a good character, and he's a good character for that team, and I was like, listen. What you're saying is 100% true. Rock is a really, really great character, and I'd love to hate him because of how good of a character he is and like what he brings to the group. So I hate you, but I love you.
Listen, I'm not a villain. He's not a villain. He's and I'm not gonna say he's misunderstood because I think he's very well understood. But like
Right.
he's also not a bad guy. Like he's just like I'm not gonna be overly like malicious and evil because that's just not realistic.
Absolutely.
Is he annoying in the things that he does? Yeah.
Absolutely. If I knew this type of a person in real life, I would like I'd be one of those people that like like to your face and then like be home and be like, Matt, I cannot like
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow a casket.
Because you know that you can't, like, you couldn't, like, come up to me and say it to my face because he's a big, tough guy.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
yeah. The goal with Rock was to just be as, I wasn't trying to be different. I was just trying to be like, he doesn't want to be here. He's brainwashed. Go. Like, what
Right.
would he do? He's not going to just let stuff slide if he sees it and he knows he has to report it. Like,
hmm
I'm not Doris Umbridge. I am not Doris Umbridge. Doris Umbridge was malicious and bad. Rock did some good things for the team, okay? He has a
You're
heart.
driving the team in a way that it probably needs to go, but still.
Thank you.
I'm
softening
still
them
gonna
up.
write messages against you behind
Good.
the camera.
Good. You not liking me means I'm doing my job.
Exactly.
It was
Yep.
interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you gonna say something, Shay?
No, I'm just saying that's true.
So a friend of mine who watches the show, who I played D&D with as well. He's like, I really have to commend you guys for like the characters that you guys that they're like the cast is playing. He said it would be very tough to like separate the thoughts and the feelings that you have from the person and the character, right? In that, and not be like, dude, why would you do that? Like after the session's over, like,
Right.
get like upset and things. But I think that's part of the reason. I mean, now Devin's the what? Devin, do you have any like any experience on stage at all? Any acting experience or anything like that?
Well, you know, I've been called a thespian.
Okay.
Just in high school, and what's funny is, it was one of those where like there wasn't enough guys in the drama program, so we would get chased around by the director every year, and I would tell her the same thing every time. I will audition if I can be the villain, and if I'm not the villain, I don't want to be. It was a villain or a cop. I mean, because sometimes there wasn't a villain. If it was like a murder, I was like, I'm the villain or I'm the disgruntled cop. Those are that is my box. I'm in that box. You cannot get me out of that box. And so she bent to my will.
Sure.
And yes, Alyssa says my mom wishes, because she does wish that I was an actor. I don't know why. I don't want to be an actor.
That's also such a jock answer. Like, oh no, I'm not gonna do it unless I'm like someone super cool or like super BA.
Sorry.
So I bring it up because if you're everyone else also has some theater experience, some acting experience and stuff. So like, there's always the bad guy. You're just playing the character, right? Like it's just like somebody. And again, it's not even like Rock's like a villain. It's just like he has some at this point some unlikable traits that their characters would not like, and even us, the players themselves. And I'm speaking for everybody here. I might be speaking out of turn, but that traits that everyone who's at the table probably doesn't like IRL. So, and that's totally fine.
I've said this before. I don't like being mean.
Yeah.
To NPCs because I have to be mean to you, which is hard to do. Hard to hate. But I just have to put it aside because it's so easy to just get the switch flipped in my brain, and then just like when you're saying something later after the show, I'm like thinking of something mean to say, and I'm like, no, wait, stop.
But it's very true that like if everybody had like such a sweet like almost like perfect character, no flaws, this game would not be as entertaining as it is. And I think
I was like, D&D, it's like, oh, you're a little family of adventurers. We're not a family. We didn't pick each other. We were assigned each other. So we're allowed to not like each other, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Right.
I'm your brother and you don't like me. That is family.
I didn't choose to be your brother. You were assigned to me.
Just saying. But yeah, like as somebody who like obviously I'm working on the show and like I see it from like a different perspective. I still consider myself just like a fan and like someone who just gets to watch. Because I think I said it in the chat like either last episode or the one before that. That even though I'm working on the show, I know nothing about what's going on. It's not like Nate as the historian is like, "Hey Emily, this is what's gonna happen, so like be prepared for it." Like my jaw drops when yours does as well. So like actually it might be a little bit before that because of the delay. But but I really like this like the characters. Everybody's like really well rounded and like it's so fun just seeing it from as of like a fan's perspective
Mm-hmm.
as well as the producer's perspective.
Yeah,
You know more than we do.
A little bit more than you do.
We had to
but-
we had to leave 2 times.
Yeah. And even like, yeah, there's just everybody's gonna know a little bit more than somebody.
The world's going on.
Sarah knows a little bit more than you guys. Seth knows a little bit more than you guys, but
Mhm.
more than Sarah, but also less
Yeah,
than
right.
Sarah.
Right now, Cricket is just confused and getting angry. So I
Right?
mean,
Because he's so confused.
it's a great. He's turning into Rock,
Good.
And it's
but
It
Rock
is-
doesn't even like him, so he has nowhere to turn right now.
it is kind of fun knowing that some of you have different secret knowledge of certain stuff, and the chat, like those that have been watching, right? They know everything.
The chat
Um,
knows all.
The chat knows all. So that's fun. With the little one-on-one stuff that we've done. And don't you worry your pretty little heads. Your time's a coming.
No, but when you first, like the first time, it was Sarah who like was by herself.
Mhm.
As soon as you told everybody to leave the room, not only was like Sarah just like she turned to me and was just like, "What?" I was also like, "What?" And like both of us were like internally freaking out as all of that happened. And like literally, I don't think I closed my mouth the entire time that you were doing that whole like mini thing with just her. I was like, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Enjoyed that quite a bit. Also, the chat doesn't see what Emily writes on her tablet sometimes
Mhm.
to like her notes to us. I think the one.
There's a lot of like, screw you.
Yep.
I
mhm.
hate
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
There-
Poor
there's a-
Oliver.
There's a pretty epic.
Directed at me.
I can't remember if it was Sarah who got that one picture, but a pretty epic picture of you just pouting with your legs
Yeah.
crossed, with a
I think it said rock sucks.
Yeah,
Yep.
Rockstar.
Yeah, there's actually a couple of pictures that she's gotten. Because again, I've got like this tiny little table that I just stick all my stuff on and I sit on the floor. So everybody just kind of like looks down and you see like this tiny little screen of like whatever I'm feeling, but I can't obviously say it because then it's going to be on camera or at least it's going to be on the audio. So it's just like you'll see like all of the like players just kind of like look off and then like look back probably with a smile. It's because like I'm interacting with them.
You know, this is what we need to do: is we need to get that picture, right?
Mhm.
We need to throw
Yeah.
that picture on Discord, okay? But with a
Mhm.
blank
Mhm.
tablet,
There we go.
and then everybody can make their own whenever we're feeling something about it.
Yeah.
Rock.
Yep.
Rock. How about that?
Matt'll make that one.
We can just get an Emily cam
Yeah, there we
when we
go.
have enough money.
There we go.
Just
And
check out
tiny,
Emily.
like super tiny, like way off in the bottom of the screen.
We need to get a camera that doesn't overheat first.
Well, there's that too.
Right.
Don't worry, Umi. Next, in a few sessions, Haggard will show up and tell Oliver he's a wizard. And
Oh, finally, he's getting whisked away.
Yep.
I don't have to deal with him anymore.
Listen.
Wait, are you
Oh, that
Dudley?
sweet,
Are you
sweet
Dudley
child.
in this situation?
Yes, I'm Dudley.
I love it.
I'm Vernon.
Vernon.
Um.
Yeah, there we go.
Umi said we need a memes page.
I know someone who's really good at running memes pages.
I wouldn't say that.
I know he's good at liking memes.
Yeah.
He's a professional meme liker.
Oh yeah.
Shay is sinking away.
I don't know,
Furthermore,
the last couple of meme ideas I sent you, I haven't seen anything yet.
I didn't understand the one.
I'll
They were
explain
too
it- I'll
smart. They were
explain it
too
you
smart to be
later.
memes.
Cerebral memes.
I made the loose pigeon one.
That wasn't my idea.
was that my picture though?
It's from you. Shay Cop. And then there's the pigeon stuff.
Oh yes, that one. Okay, that one was actually not from me. It was from Mary. I stole the
Oh.
credit.
Shay, what you didn't know is that page, what he just showed from his phone also had your like personal email. And,
Social security number,
yeah,
Fine.
don't worry about it.
address. People are gonna show up at your house now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. The door's right here.
Yeah, the door's open.
The door's apparently unlocked. You can walk right in.
That's
But as according to my, I don't know if I can show. You can see it. It does say when you first walk in, roll for initiative.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. We should
Do you like turn people away if they roll
Yeah.
low enough? Like you roll a one, get out.
Can't come in.
Does Jordan DM or does he just play?
He does. Jordan is DMing Tomb of Annihilation right now
Ooh.
with
Oh, he's
Seth,
a
Umi.
book guy.
Actually, well, it's complicated because he wanted to do it in Eberron, so he pretty much rewrote all of Tomb to fit
Wow.
into Eberron.
Wow.
Eberron lore.
What a guy.
Pretty great.
That is.
Pretty great.
I've never met I'm trying to find somebody who just does the modules. I've never met somebody who just does modules. Like everybody's always like that. It's like, yeah, I wanted to do Curse of Strahd, but I wanted it to be in Fairy Pixie Land, so I just swap some names.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried to run, started with Emily. You were in this.
Mhm.
You and Matt were in the group.
That's where Oliver, my character,
Yeah,
was
that's
birthed.
Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
Mhm.
Ooh.
And so I still I have all the stuff for it, all the materials and things. I just
Mm-hmm.
it's I feel like I don't do those justice is really where it comes down to. Because my attention span with those to like study and have like to prep someone else's stuff beforehand is very hard for me to do. Like I don't grasp that info, and then I always like I'm not great at compiling notes. So when there's like these things that need to be connected in this giant book that someone has written, I'm like, somebody asked me a question, and I'm like, maybe, and I just never works out. So, do you guys hear a dog barking?
Mm-mm.
Okay. He's flipping out right now. So.
Oops.
I'm looking at Umi saying about being a baby DM. Oh, I would just say if you want to try it, make your own stuff to be like you can kind of create something small and give yourself some practice. My first DMing, I think I said this when we talked when I was sharing my experience with TTRPGs. My first DM experience was a podcast that I ran with friends, and boy did I make some mistakes. Why? Oh, you've run one shots. Okay, cool.
Don't worry, Umi. I will keep you on track. My character will not let the storyline go askew. Don't worry.
Yeah. So, just the giggling. Good?
I was responding to Umi's comment.
Vampire Man.
Oh, I see. Good stuff. So, do we want to? I don't know if we want to give much away on about Sunday, but
I mean, there will still be. I mean, there's only 3 players at this point, so there's still 2 secret players that we don't know what they're.
Ooh.
Well, not players, but like still secret characters. We don't know what their characters are going to be.
yeah, that's true. It'd be interesting to run in game where I can look at Ordnance in a like a mid-level versus what you guys have been doing. Because it's, I mean, I'm honestly, it's not too much different. I mean, your stats do not change drastically from anywhere from 1 through 10. It's just the random specializations. So
the wild card is going to be Mel and I, who don't know how to play at all.
Yeah, I have still have to go over stuff with her. So, but
I was reading the rules a little bit today, and I was like, "This is as long as I can sit next to Shay." I feel like no, I shouldn't sit next to Shay.
No, you should sit next to me.
But then yeah, I can just be like, "Oh, I'm sure you will."
Oh, I love it. Oh man.
Yeah, I still don't know how to play either.
Fair enough.
At least he's honest, right? Yeah.
See, and that's why you sit next to Shay.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah, right.
That's why I have the rules up on my phone the entire time.
That's what you're writing in your notebook. It's not even just like your own notes. You're just like, oh, cool, something happened. Notes of the rules.
I'm a terrible note taker. I take notes, but I wouldn't be able to get anything out of them unless like I look back through and just like randomly see a name or something like that. I don't know how to take notes.
I always take the wrong notes. I'd be like, why? Why did I decide to put that in my notes? I don't even need it.
My notes would be like, Oliver likes peanuts, like something like that, unimportant.
Right.
Mel has a separate notebook for every campaign that she's played in, currently playing in things, one-shots, all that kind of stuff. But she never knows which notebook is what. So whenever we get, like, if we're having D&D at our place, it is literally like open up the closet, and you've all seen that closet. It's chaotic in there, but like part of Mel's, they're just like stacked, these like notebooks. So then you just gotta like go through and be like, oh yeah, it's mentioning this person there. That's your notebook for this particular campaign.
Wow.
And then my notebooks don't exist. So
I actually have one of her notebooks from the Sapphire Circle, our first campaign.
Oh yeah?
Because I was using it for something. I forget what. I think Matt and I were working on some sort of like, we thought it'd be cool to like turn that campaign into like some sort of like a comic book-esque thing.
Yeah.
So I asked if anybody had notes, and she's like, here, and gives me this notebook, and I still have it. It like came with us when we moved.
Nice.
So I need to give that back to her.
I'm committing hard to the next time I start a campaign with like a long-term group. I'm being a senile old man note-taking wizard. Because I've never played a spellcaster. They've been too scary. But
oh, spellcasting's
You
the
can
best.
do it.
Baldur's
So fun.
Gate
So
taught
fun.
me how to be a wizard, and now it's way too fun. Like going into Baldur's Gate, I was like, I don't want to be a dumb spellcaster, and then they make you control your other people. And I was like, wait, this is way cooler.
Yeah. Now,
It's
typically,
way,
as a
way
spell,
cool.
as a wizard, like it's not a class feature that you have to eat magical objects. So,
Listen,
but you know, you could base it on Gale if you wanted to. It's fine.
no, that's not what it is. Actually, so I've barely played that game, but me and Wes were playing it, and we got like to the end of the Act 1 when you meet the old wizard. And I was like, that should have been the main wizard because he's so much cooler. Like, he's so funny.
Yeah, Gale he's kind of stinky.
But yeah, I want to be a senile old wizard man, and I want to take notes. Just like the magic fried his whole brain, and now all he does is magic.
I have to say, I'm personally, I'm kind of feel personally attacked by Alyssa's comment in the chat right now.
Yeah, that is. I saw that as a shot, but I was trying to protect you.
Yeah.
How many hundreds of hours has she played D&D with you, Nate? And Baldur's Gate is what taught her.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't see it as like a shot against you. I think it's a shot against herself because honestly, like we've played with her so often that she should at some point be like, "Oh, something's got to click." It's all on her.
Alyssa, it's
love you, Alyssa, but
during combat, it's your turn. What do I roll?
Right.
Can I get an initiative check from you, Alyssa? What is that again? What do I do? No, maybe they like. I think to keep Alyssa interested, you just have to have like a sexy elf vampire that she can romance.
Mm-hmm.
And
that
then
looks like Adam Driver.
Yeah, maybe she would be interested then.
Sorry, Alyssa.
Alyssa, combat's the best part.
Now we're just jumping on her. We're just dogpiling. Sorry.
Let's beat her while she's down. Apparently,
Yeah. She literally has no voice. All she can do is combat.
Is that a winky face? I can't see. Oh no, that's a.
No, it's like the raised eyebrow.
Oh, is it? I can't.
Yeah.
It's so.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like the face, like straight face.
Yes, I've been playing through that too. I do a stream of Baldur's Gate with buddies of mine, and it's fun. But it made me want to start my own, like really get into it. So.
Yeah, that's playing with Wes made me actually want to play the game.
So it's been.
Because we went villain, and that's what Devin likes to do. He likes to be a villain.
we slaughtered the Grove.
It speaks to you. It speaks to you.
So in the game that we played, I was a gnome, and we accidentally killed.
No. The very first thing we did was kill Shadowheart.
So we killed Shadowheart mid conversation. And we get down and she's dead on the beach, and then I steal her clothes and immediately change my appearance to look like her.
So he was gnome Shadowheart.
And then we killed Gale, and then I took his clothes and tried to change my character to look like him.
We had to bring him back though because we needed a wizard.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
Jeez.
So good. So good. That game is like I'm like I said, I'm getting really into it now. It is super, super fun. Umi, was that question for me? How many hustles do you have? I'm assuming I was talking about another Twitch stream.
He's a hustler, baby.
That's right. Yeah, actually, on Welcome to the Table's Twitch, I have it linked. EOG Gaming is one of my friends' channels that we play on.
That's more primary.
That one was fun. We did the character that I made for that Baldur's Gate game was an NPC in a campaign with a friend of mine that still playing game. These are all college friends. and my character's best friend, who is a halfling, who didn't really have any class or anything, but in Baldur's Gate, then I'm playing as that halfling, but I made him a bard, and it's just like his little adventure away from this world. So it's fun to play as in like some connection to a different story. So
Apparently, one of the official D&D modules takes place right before Baldur's Gate 3, and like you meet a lot of the characters, and it's been out for like 20 years.
really,
Yeah. Like you meet Volo right before he's going to like investigate the Grove.
interesting. Chat, does anybody know what that is?
I can find it. It's a well-known one.
What was the question? I missed it.
So Devin's saying like for Baldur's Gate 3, there's an official D&D module that's like takes place right before the story of Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, cool.
Like, and it's been out for a super long time, so it's like it's not like they made the module for.
Right. If it's been 20 years, it's probably like third edition or something.
I was being a little exaggeratory with 20 years. I think it is 5e, but it's one of the earlier ones.
That's cool.
I'll find this. We can move on, but I'll find this.
No, that's cool. So I actually wanted to, since we have Emily on, Emily, do you want to talk a little bit with I should have like texted you to like prepare some stuff. So don't
you're good.
Don't worry about that. The art on the stuff that you're working on. Can you let everybody know how like where you're at, what's our projects, all that kind of stuff?
So as far as like where I'm at, it's a good question. One of the things that I do outside of this is I'm also a photographer. I'm a photographer for my job, and then one of my side businesses is also a photographer. So like October was like my busiest month as far as like taking families and weddings and all that stuff. And so I had originally was like, oh, I'm gonna like get up everybody's character art all said and done. And I still am like partially through one character. And like I feel like super bad about it because like I want to get them done, but like art block has just hit me so hard.
Yeah.
And then of course like now that we've been like playing around with like all the AI stuff, I'm just like, why are we even doing art of like mine? We can just like use like AI stuff, but
because yours will be better
or something. It might be something. I will say though, I am using everybody's AI art as like a way because I'm a very visual person. So someone telling me like, oh yeah, my character has like red hair and like blue eyes, I'd be like, cool. I don't know what that looks like. So like seeing like their AI is like, okay, no, this is how you visualize or like somewhat visualize your character in like AI terms. So I'm still working on that. And then now that we've hit affiliate. I've been introduced to the fact that we've got all these different things, emotes and all that stuff. So I'm like trying my hand at that. I've never done that.
Sure.
So it's something that I'm trying. I've got one, and maybe the chat can like give us some suggestions as like what they would like to see as emotes. We as the cast and crew have been like coming up with some ideas. But I'm trying to think, where's my tablet? I had one going, and I'm not going to be able to show you on the tablet. It's just going to be straight, but like super pixelated. Yeah, but it's going to say like for the greater good.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Because that's something that we say all the time.
Yeah.
Descent into Avernus is the module that I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, you meet Karlach and.
That would make sense.
It's about stopping infernal war machines.
Okay, that would make sense.
I think it takes place like in Baldur's Gate /Hell. So
Cool.
1 to 13, so that sounds like a pretty long book.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Stabby Hannah?
Anyway,
What do you mean by Stabby Hannah?
Abby
Yeah, who said
Hannah.
that?
Oh, is it Helena?
Oh, Abby Helena.
Yeah. And get girly boss, wasn't that that was
for
Sarah,
that,
right?
That was for you. That
That
was
was for you,
in
Emily.
response
Oh.
to your,
To you.
to your businesses.
Oh,
businesses.
okay.
Yeah.
I was like, who said that?
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So like that's all that I've been working on. And then I don't know if Nate, you want to talk about like what else we did, or if that's something that you'd like to do later, because I might be able to show some things, maybe things that you guys all haven't seen.
If
I can share
if
my
everyone
screen.
else is cool with that.
Have
Yeah.
to go
See if I can get it up.
Okay. So
Yeah.
before our last session, we had a really, really fun photo shoot. For some promotional material and different things to be used for social media, stuff like that. And Emily's great, great photographer. So she did all of that, and then has been doing some editing on some of these photos. If you saw the Instagram post, that was just a little thing she threw together for me from one of her behind the scenes photos, just so we had something to announce T7 tonight. So it is super, super cool. And we had a blast with that photo shoot. That
Oh
was
my gosh,
really
it was so
fun.
fun.
Really fun.
Right. So I've got behind the scenes stuff,
Mm-hmm.
or if we'd like to do not behind the scenes stuff, I can show you that too.
I think everybody just wants to see my solo stuff, and probably that's it.
You do look pretty good.
Probably. Honestly, I did a couple. I've gotten everybody's solos, and then I started working.
Boudoir? Umi wants
Um,
boudoir photos? Umi.
It's not that
How
kind
dare.
of stream.
Get out of here.
Not that kind of stream.
Let's go.
To put us in the pools, hot tubs, and
Umi, we need 100 subscribers before you're getting boudoir.
Oh my.
And
That's not a
then-
lot of subscribers.
That's not a lot. Don't promise that.
All
Oh,
Oh,
right.
here we go. Stream.
Look at that.
I mean, oh,
Boy.
Make
I
sure you
didn't-
don't have any sensitive info.
they should still. Okay.
Can they see it?
Can you guys still see the screen?
All I see is watch stream.
Yes. I see it.
It's weird
Oh.
for you.
Oh, it just okay. So just as long as it disappears, just for me.
Oh, I see.
that's totally
I
fine.
have to click this. There, I can bring it up. Nice and big
Gotcha.
for everybody.
There we go. All right.
It looks
cool.
like I'm doing something important, but I think I'm playing Angry Birds.
you
So
probably were.
right now, your PC is like real big on the stream. I changed it. Changed the.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, either that or you were responding to the chat, which is always greatly appreciated. So we've got there's Matt.
Oh, cutie Matt before he shaved.
Right, yeah. This is my favorite.
What did it do to his face?
I didn't do anything.
Oh, you zoomed in and it
Yeah.
fixed itself, but it was like morphed.
Yeah. No, he was like in the process of like explaining something, and I was like, I need to keep that.
Poor
Pause.
Nate.
But let's go down here
Oh
to
boy.
this.
Dude, look at you, brother.
I-
Excited about this.
So Wes, the other day when you guys stopped by to drop off an SD card for me, I literally this was my screen. Like that's what it looked like, and I was like, Alyssa's gonna come in and be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm gonna have to be like, "I don't know." Like, I love your husband's eyes.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It was just great.
That's
But yeah,
amazing.
so
Yeah, I get lost in his eyes often.
That the intensity in that look,
Right?
Shay,
I'm terrified.
but like a little bit of
mhm.
a little bit of anxiousness, maybe some
Mhm.
nicely done.
Yeah, I see some worry, but also
Got some like cockiness
Evil.
in here.
I think
evil
love
shit.
that.
Evil.
I think the
That's
appropriate
evil.
word is the appropriate word here slay,
Slay.
Did I use the
Slay.
Slay.
Queen.
Did I use the correct?
So there's her. Let's get over
Very
here
nice.
to our historian.
Yeah.
Oh, some of these are the unedited ones that
I was gonna
like,
say,
Power stance.
Hey.
love it.
no, I'm gonna point it out so everybody's then not gonna be able to unsee it. You see how that one eye just doesn't open?
Well, why would you point that out?
that is Nate's lazy eyelid, everybody.
Why would you point that out?
Your-
Now I
your
have to
son-
look at it.
Your son does the same thing.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
can't. Nothing I can do about it. It has been
Well, yeah,
my
I-
life. So
Yeah, this one's one of my favorites. We had like, some cool intense moments.
youth pastor Nate Umi says.
Oh my gosh.
He's about to drop the best TikTok adapted Bible study.
Wait,
you've ever seen.
Let me see if I can think of something right now. Sometimes when you look at photos or when you're looking at yourself in photos, sometimes you see, looking back at you, someone who is broken, lost. But that's not what God sees.
That's Cap.
Ever since I
That's
married my
Cat.
smoking hot wife,
Ever since I
Who's-
married my
who's
second hot
19.
wife- Yes, Seth.
Yes.
I know, and he's not here to see it, but like, come on, screen. Let's give it up for that suit.
The 3-piece. Oh, I love it. So good. So
He was
good.
very expressive. It was
Mhm.
very expressive while we were doing stuff. It was great.
Yeah.
And then
That one.
like, oh,
Dang,
Yes. Yes.
it's so good.
dude. I love it.
And like this one,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna print this out and hang it in my house.
Give
Like,
me-
it's that good.
It's giving Caesar Flickerman.
Yes.
Oh, it is though.
I didn't
That's
see
number
that.
5, Alyssa.
We brought it back.
you mean
Always
Stanley
gotta bring
Tucci,
it back.
which is who Seth
Right.
is.
Right.
So dapper.
Right? Here he is.
No,
Man,
you have to
the
do
man.
the one where I had it buttoned or zipped.
Those are at the very end. I haven't gotten to them yet.
Okay.
I
My
also
dirty
you have
shirt.
something. So you have something on your shirt. Here, hold on.
Listen,
We can just-
I said I'm gonna wear my clothes that I wore today, and I have a baby, so that's
Yep.
probably spit
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
That's
Probably.
probably
Look, guys, we're
dog.
getting editing on the fly
slobber.
right now.
That could be cat urine. It could be dog slobber. It could be spit up. It could be drywall plaster. Like, who knows?
Gross. And there we go.
I mean, the
Dad
drywall.
life.
Yep. 100%.
I'm waiting for like my computer to crash.
Boom.
The smolder. Oh, very close.
Yeah, I have a crease in between my eyebrows because of how often I frown.
Those are epic photos, dude.
Yeah, seriously.
She kept
Like-
telling me to smile, and I refuse.
Which here's the thing. I was gonna say because you were like, I can't smile unless someone's like being mean or like making
Like a
jokes.
baby.
And I was like, listen, I've seen your personal Instagram. You smile with your wife. Is she also like,
With my wife and kids, yeah. I'm happy around them.
Oh, okay. This is the face that he gives me 24/7.
Yep. We've all seen that one. We've all
There.
seen. Look at that.
Yeah, it's 'cause
And-
somebody said something funny. Like,
Shay was making fun of you, I think.
It was me.
good.
Wes?
See, it was funny. I liked it.
Oh.
Wes and his hair that took him 2
Yeah.
hours to do. He went and got
Yes.
perm at the salon.
Not even my hair was that good.
I didn't do. Someone else did my hair the day before, and I just kept it.
Is the appropriate term slay?
Yes, slag.
Fire.
Fire.
This one, I love this one. I don't know what it is about it. I
Yeah.
just love it. Oh. There we go. Just the face.
Little
The
pop
face,
of
the hair,
eyebrow.
right?
Nobody makes fun of Wes for not
oh
being
my
happy.
gosh, dog photos.
Right?
Oh man.
Woof.
Look how
oh,
beautiful.
Man.
It's so well.
Woof.
Atticus.
Pretty puppers. Pretty puppers.
And then Wilder,
He
So
blends right
sexy.
in.
He does.
he really does.
Wes, I
Love
like your
it.
vest. Your vest
Thanks.
makes the outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't listen to Alyssa.
Alyssa
Love
said
them.
I look fat in it.
And
No.
then we've got Sarah.
Oh, precious.
Sarah.
I wasn't gonna bring it up. Devin brought it up.
I am evil.
Alyssa just gave me a bombastic side eye.
Bombastic side eye.
Bombastic.
Now you're getting a bombastic side eye for the bombastic side eye. Comment.
Right.
If she didn't want it shared, she shouldn't have said it.
I was gonna say, like, I know that there was like real scared, intense Sarah faces somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Real,
She's got
real. I just got the news about my husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
We should have had one of the guys being laying face down in the background.
Yes.
That's a little too ominous. Like, what
Yeah,
did she
for
do?
real.
Like, did she kill him?
That
Right.
Yeah.
That one is great right there.
This one's great. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then like
Mm-hmm.
staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
Those beautiful blue eyes.
Are you guys gonna make fun of her for not smiling? Like, or is that
No.
just me?
She did
She
a lot
did
of
smile,
smiling
though.
ones. She did a lot of
She
smiling
gave
ones.
smiley ones.
And
There's
here's the whole cast.
Look, there I'm smiling. I gave it. I gave it
Uh-huh.
my all.
Everybody's laughing, and you're trying to tell me that you can't laugh on command.
Yeah. Like, look, you can tell the insincerity of the laughs.
I like Seth's.
So
I-
this was my favorite
Oh.
moment of us trying to do all these because if anybody
you-
knows Sarah in real life, she's very short, and the rest of the cast is not.
I think you just gotta edit out that car and that house looks
I'm going
fine.
to. Yeah,
The
I
house
started
looks
to.
fine.
I started to on Photoshop. I can't do it here in Lightroom. So I started doing that. I got rid of some of the doors because they obviously just looked a little bit too modern. And then the garage doors, obviously. But other than that, it doesn't look too bad. But yeah, the car definitely needs to go. I started doing it in one of them, and then I lost half of Devin's face, so I needed to rethink
what
it.
a shame.
Suddenly lost his nose.
But yeah, like here, and then Sarah. We
Uh,
originally said that we were going to have everybody move to the back of the row, but as soon as I did Sarah, her face came out right here on Devin. I was like, that looks way
That's
too
Because we
awkward.
were shooting downhill too.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
not helping.
Yep.
But yeah. So
So-
I don't know, Nate, if these were kind of what you were thinking. I don't know if they like fit what you were trying to go
Yeah.
for.
Almost. The angle is so hard to get.
It is.
So, yeah, no, but they look good. So, now the reason for why everyone looks, why I am not matching with everybody. First of all, they are they are the players. So we kind of wanted to. They have sort of that look of more of a classic look. But I also.
Oops.
You don't see until some of the later pictures. That
Which I think this might have been.
the blue represents Adelia, and then my sneaks were gray, and they represented Falstaff.
Yep.
Wow. This might have been where I had to stop, like right around these. So the rest of them are unedited, other than these last few. But other than that,
Westby looking right at the camera.
Yep,
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 always.
love it.
When I asked everybody to look in a different direction. I'm gonna have to edit out your phone.
You're gonna have to edit my butt.
Yep.
And you
Alyssa's
make
gonna
it, like,
walk in to
bigger?
get her turkey.
I
and-
probably could.
Alyssa's gonna
Sir-
walk in to get her turkey, and Emily's gonna be zoomed in on Wes's butt.
Exactly. Yep.
Love it.
And then my favorite.
Yes.
That's so cute. I'm very bothered by the fact that my socks weren't even.
Oh no, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It shows. Well, never mind. You weren't like in character. I was like, it kind of shows like a little bit of
Mhm.
your character or how your character can be.
Did we get the
Uh-huh.
one of me and Wes with our weapons, our weaponry?
Oh, I can show you if you guys want to see some of the unedited ones.
Oh wait, I
Yeah.
forgot that I forgot we went upstairs and took some too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if we can get those back.
Those are legit.
Matt's like talking to our cat.
Yo,
What's
Matt, be quiet.
Wait, when he's talking to the chat, or he's not? Why is he not typing in the chat?
No, he's talking to the cat,
Oh,
like our cat. So there they are. I won't get too close because they're unedited, but there's your weapons.
They didn't come up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
we're
It's on the other one. Oh.
Yeah,
still
we're
seeing-
still seeing.
Still seeing Wes's
Alright.
cute little.
Let's see if I can switch it. Hey Matt, how do I switch it
You switch what?
to the other change windows? All right.
What are you trying to show?
The
Yeah.
other.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hit that.
Ew, why you have it in light mode?
Oh goodness!
Gross.
What? It's on this one now. It should be on this one. All right. Do you guys see
Oh.
like all of
No, we
them?
see Discord.
Yes, he
The
did.
grid? Oh,
No, you need to drag that window over here.
I didn't. Wait,
Flip-flop.
this one like
No.
that?
Oh
No.
goodness!
Oh goodness.
Window with all the pictures.
Yeah,
This screen.
I can't do that. I can't do that. We're just gonna.
Right click it. Go back out of there.
I can't because now it's on the other screen. And
That's what you did.
I'm gonna hit stop watching on your screen for now, Em.
go for it. I am having an issue with it.
So you
We're
figured
so
out.
proud of us for how disjointed our decision on what to wear was that we ended up.
Whatever. I'll just do this instead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Shay?
I was just saying that how disjointed our decision was for those photos on what to wear, we ended up matching really well.
Yeah, for reals. Absolutely.
Do not be afraid. I bring you good news.
What?
Now
It
we're
was the echo that just made me
Oh,
sound like an angel was talking.
absolutely.
now we're back to that one. So we're back to Wes under Nate's legs.
That's fine. I was gonna show you like all of the whole grid, but my computer is not liking me trying to show the second monitor. It's just like, no, you can't see any of them. But yeah, so we did some inside. Now these are all unedited, so
Right.
they're gonna look a little iffy.
You're gonna look
Oh,
spiffy.
so Umi says to close your stream, Em, start a new one and pick that screen then instead.
Oh, well, the thing is that's what I had it on my second monitor and it was totally fine. But I think because Lightroom, like it almost just like shadows over what you already have instead of like creating a window.
Mm.
So we'll just do that.
yeah, this is great.
But yeah, we did some fun light stuff.
We had some light work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's so awesome.
We have some weapons.
Gonna have to edit out the disc in the back.
Yeah, I'm going to. And like the wall that like
yeah,
is
the wall stains. Love it.
Now
and
leave
then
them in.
these are all of the us trying to get
that one shot.
the dice. Which like I was like, oh, this is great, but then like when I zoomed in, I was like, Nate's hand is like blurry.
Which M
Well, move
pulled
the
some
dice.
sorcery on that last Instagram post because
It
it's
was
Nate's
sorcery.
hand, but it are my dice.
Yep.
Yep. These were the dice that were used.
That's just awesome.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun getting
Oh,
into
yeah.
these.
I
There's
see
also that one.
now.
It's not too bad.
Those dice look superimposed.
They're actually not.
Yep.
I know. It's
That's
like
true.
they look fake though. They're that like crisp in there.
But yeah. So that was it. That's what I've been working on.
So fun.
Right,
Love
I
it.
have to jet. My children are screaming. Sounds like it's bedtime. Sounds like it's
Okay.
past bedtime.
Hey,
So
that's
I
fair,
will
dude.
well flippity flop.
Sounds good, brother. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
All of you. Bye.
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 Uh,
Umi's asking when we're gonna get matching merch. Honestly, like we've talked about, it was like session 1. We were like, all right, t-shirts, let's roll them out.
Yep. Yep.
Definitely like something that we want in the future.
Absolutely.
But like,
yeah, all that stuff that's like in the back of your brain, like when's a good time? When is it?
mhm.
You know, because we don't want to. Really, what it comes down to is like, buy a bunch of inventory and our friends buy it and that's it for now. Then we're sitting on a bunch of stuff. So
Right. What we have to do is like make some things. They'd be like super like DIY. These are our first handmade stuff. Like give them out as like prizes or like, oh, we'll do like a small little giveaway thing.
yeah,
And then like when people are like, hey, I really like that shirt. Where'd you get it from? Oh, it's from this really cool thing I watch. It's called
Mhm.
Welcome to the Table.
mm-hmm.
That's when people we like start coming in because we're giving off our DIY merch.
If you also market something as limited stock, then
Mm-hmm.
people are more likely to just jump on it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yes, Umi. Yes, with hoodies. We love hoodie season.
So I was thinking about this as we were talking. I think one of our T7 episodes we should do any sort of your like favorite sort of D&D or TTRPG like supplies that you use at the table or anything that like you're like, oh, I really like this like D&D adjacent thing that I have or whatever.
Yeah.
Like a little show and tell. So that would be fun.
Love it.
What is you got to you got to I don't know what this is, guys. And we saying this is the second time I saw you say about an Amazon wish list.
You can
So, yeah.
share, yeah, you can share an Amazon wish list. You can like say that these are the things we want for the stream, and people can buy them for you.
For reals?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Can I put my mortgage payment in that? That sounds
If you can get your mortgage payment somehow on Amazon, go
Mhm.
for it.
sweet. Good stuff. No, that's
Oh, Matt just said you can buy a car. So
sweet. There we go.
if you can buy a car, then I'm sure you can get your mortgage payment on there.
That's right. No, that's actually cool that you can do that. Obviously,
Yeah,
that
I
would-
know.
that-
Like
that's one
I know a
those
bunch
things
of small creators that do it.
If we do that, there wouldn't be any sort of like obligation to our viewers. You know. We
Yeah.
obviously, you are free to just watch and enjoy, and we thank you. You know, you guys are doing quite a bit for us for being there for us. So. it's
Yeah,
really
I was
Mhm.
just about to say Umi's love language is gifts, so
great.
she shows her love by buying people things.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, I have to show you. I'll be back.
Put a new
Omi
camera
said
on it.
put a new camera
saw
on
that.
it. I was saying we could test out some of the cameras I have.
Mm-hmm.
If we wanted to like test some stuff out.
Sure.
Obviously, I'd have to take it back every night because they're my personal cameras. But
Yeah.
and I use them. But we could definitely try.
Yeah. Fair. All right. So what's up, Shay? What are you showing us?
This is my Christmas present from Emmy this year.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's awesome.
Isn't it amazing?
Wow.
I love it so
Very
much.
cool.
I'm assuming that was an Etsy
Wow.
purchase.
That is
Yeah,
really
I think
cool.
she said it was.
Really cool. Well done.
I love it.
Well done, Numi.
Yeah.
Well done. That's awesome. All right, we're gonna do show and tell right now. So
Oh, now I gotta find
we're
something.
showing something.
What? I'm not showing the what's yours.
I'm gonna knock everything over in this.
Everything.
So I don't know where mine are at. I have to search, but I don't know if you guys can see that a little bit. These
Oh yeah.
so this was technically Mel's, but the friend that I did the podcast with got us all like precious metal dice.
Nice.
So mine are like a gray something, and I have to remember what exactly they were cut from, but we don't actually like. I've never used these for actually playing because I don't want to chip anything and stuff. So, and I think Matt has a set of those, right? You guys?
He does. Actually, I might be able to find them.
Or I don't remember what his are.
He's gonna go find them.
Okay, there we go.
They're in our gentleman's chest.
Yeah, it was super.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what mine were made from, or what Mel's were made from. Do you know what yours were, Matt?
Do you know what yours were?
Tiger eye. Something.
Tiger eye.
Yeah. They're super cool. The camera doesn't give the justice for them.
It's not. No, it really doesn't. They're like super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and weighted.
Yep.
Here,
they're
I'll
super
give you
heavy.
it wasn't a Christmas present, but we bought these from our friend. I'm pretty sure you might have. Ooh, all my dice are going to fall out of the way.
You've seen mine at the table at Welcome to the Table.
Yeah. So this is a little dice box that our friend was making at one point. Just something super simple. And then they're all magnetic. And then they've got like foam in them. You store all your dice in them, and one of my little magnets came in. But this has like been the one, like I used to get all those cigar boxes to like keep all my dice in, but like this has been like the one like tried and true thing that I've used since I bought it.
Yep. What wood was yours that you got from Tyler?
Nice.
Mine was Purple Heart. I think it's very purple.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of see how purpley it is.
Yeah. I think mine's Black Walnut.
Oh yeah, yep.
I think. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, the hordes of dice that we have.
Here's your ASMR.
We can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it?
No.
Too
Sound
too intense.
Yeah.
Gotta get all back in.
Yeah, I have to show you all the other stuff. I'd have to go out and rummage through the closet right now. I'll get stuff together for another stream to show. Though I think if we're gonna do a show and tell with D&D stuff, we have to have Seth on.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of things that come out of that bag is.
Oh, you mean this bag that he has?
Yes, that one. Yes. Did you get the same one then?
I did.
Nice.
I did. I have not as many dice
Mm-hmm.
as Seth does, but I do have a decent collection.
Mm.
And I use the same 3 for most games. No, that's not true. For most games I play with you, I bring the same 3 because I don't feel like changing them out.
Sure.
But generally, I have a couple sets or a set or 2 for each character.
Nice.
Hmm. That's how I was with our first campaign. I was like, these dice are specifically for her, which like they didn't match her aesthetic at all. I was talking to Devin about it. I think our first session with this, that the color was peach tea. So they're like bright pink and like, you know, all that. And like, again, I played a necromancer. So like completely against, that was more Emily's vibe than,
Mhm.
than Bryn's vibe. But
Yeah, I had a Lex set, I believe.
mhm.
They were gray, like, kind of like a, kind of look like just cut stone, really, with yellow, I think, numbers on them or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, Wes, did you use your coins at all?
No, I haven't used those yet.
You're gonna break
They're
them out?
so heavy. I'd be so afraid. I mean, I think you said that there's
Not
like a mat
heavy,
that you
but
put them on, but still.
Yeah.
for
Yeah, I don't know when I'll use them, but I'll use them eventually.
it's just like Wilder just comes up into the shot.
He just pops up.
Yeah.
What?
He has something to say.
Absolutely.
He always has something to say.
We love him for that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Wilder? I love you. I love you.
I love it. Yeah, I'm just watching the time here. I don't want to keep y'all all all your nights.
I mean, hey, it's Thanksgiving tomorrow. No one has to work.
It's true.
That's true.
Unless someone's cooking, which then you do have to work.
I'm not cooking. I that's
You're going to your parents?
yeah. Yeah.
That's what I gathered from text
Mhm.
messages from Mel.
Yep. No,
Oh,
I mean,
man.
we are not advertising on Reddit at this point. I don't. Yeah. I don't have a Reddit account, so most of this. So this is where it comes down to, is if someone wants to do a social media account, I just let them do it, because I don't have most of these. So, though most of the posts on Instagram have been me. So if the Instagram hasn't been as it should be, or hip for the kids, then that's my fault. So
I will say I was telling Matt how every time I send you a photo that you can post, I put it in the aspect ratio so that you can like have the full photo, which is a 5x4.
yeah.
And every time you put it in a square, and it kills me a little bit inside every time. But that's okay. I'll get over it. Like the one of like you, like the hands with the dice, I was like, it's perfect. And like again, as a photographer, I'm looking at it as in like the rule of thirds, so like it looks really nice if you like do the whole thing and you cropped it into a square. And I was like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, that's my bad.
It's all
It's
good.
like-
The photo's still there.
Yes, Umi. That's not a bad idea. Saying that there's a big community of tabletop stuff on Reddit, so having one would be kind of good to have a little subreddit. So,
I'm not gonna suggest that he does it, but I think Matt is the only one that I know of that actually like goes on Reddit, and not like he goes on it like religiously. Like
Mhm.
he's talked about things like, oh, I've seen that on Reddit, or
Right.
but I won't
do
put that
have
on
a
his
Reddit.
plate.
I'm not sure like what draws people to a page on
Mhm.
Reddit because I don't pay enough attention.
Sure.
I made a Reddit account when I had when I was playing Animal Crossing a lot, because on the days where you were allowed to sell your turnips, everybody would get on Reddit and then like say, "Oh, these are where mine like what like mine were selling at." So we'd like sell them for the highest price. So everyone's on Reddit like trying to do that. That's the only time I had a Reddit account, and I don't think I've used it ever since.
That's the
Because now I don't
most.
really play. I don't really play Animal Crossing all that often.
That's the most like young millennial
Right?
sentence I've ever heard in my entire life.
You're welcome. I gave that to you.
My goodness.
You can quote that. I'll put that on a T-shirt. When I had to sell my turnips, Emily, 2023.
Oh man, is that like I don't know if anyone else except Umi right now can relate to this, but Toontown?
Oh man, bringing me
Hearing
back. Bringing me
your
back.
what are they called? Raids, not raids. That's gone.
I saw, yeah, no, I didn't know anything about Toontown until like recently. I was looking at something, and they like mentioned Toontown, and I was like, "What is this thing that I've never heard of?" But apparently was a part of someone's childhood.
Now, we didn't have like internet at our house, like good internet at all. But my mom nannied for people, and they had really good internet. So I played Toontown when we were there.
Wow.
So that was awesome. And I'm like, right now my like 5th grade Nate it's flashing in front of my eyes
Uh-huh.
right now.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Gosh.
Yep.
You're welcome. You're welcome. They're good memories.
They're, the
See, I was a Zoo Tycoon kid, so that's what I did.
Really, really pushing it even farther. My parents had a Bible study, and all of the kids would come and hang out with each other while the adults were upstairs doing Bible study type things. And we were down in their like dark basement bedroom with the computer on playing the Oregon Trail over and over and over again.
Alyssa would play Oregon Trail with her cousins.
I never played it. It was
We
not
just
something
played
that
it recently, where she tried to like. Well, she wanted to compete to see who could have the biggest plot of land at the end of it. Yeah, she smoked me. So
nice.
We need like 2 conversations because this is like lagging by 20 seconds.
So on this, I have to say Toontown is kind of, well, it wasn't really the beginning of how where my interest, but it's so funny how these memories are tied together. So on Toontown, like on the website, and I don't, if it was like just adjacent to the Toontown thing, or there was a trailer that came out while I was there, but I remember playing Toontown and watching the very first trailer for Kingdom Hearts. When it was, years away at that point or whatever, and I was just like blown away as a kid, like, this is amazing, because I really enjoyed Final Fantasy. So like I saw Square Enix come up and I was like, what is this? Disney and Square Enix? What's going on? And then so that got me, and then whenever that came out, I knew what that game was. For those that may be younger in the chat, we didn't have the internet to look at a lot of these things like the way that they're just like readily available. So things.
I guess I also count as the ones that are too young in the chat.
Oh.
Yep.
But here's the thing, I and Matt makes fun of me for it all the time, that I had a very sheltered childhood. So like it's probably something that I should have heard about, but I just never did.
Sure.
Yeah.
But then here's the next part, right? Then I knew what Kingdom Hearts was, and I went to Blockbuster and I rented it. Yeah. Good times, man.
Yep.
Good times. 32, Umi.
I'm 30. Just turned 30.
I am 29.
31.
Wow, Shay's the child here.
I guess.
Apparently knows more than I do. Like I
Oh,
said,
okay.
sheltered
You
childhood.
have older siblings. Well,
No, I'm the oldest.
okay. My brother and sister are 8 and 10 years older than me. So
Okay,
Mm.
that makes a lot of
everything
sense.
that they played, I played, and all of my friends were older because of that. And
Mhm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Man, Jimmy saying she rented Totoro. Yep. So that's the one thing I'm like the one that's experience that I can't give to my kids. I can't be like, hey kiddos, let's hop in the car on a Friday night. Let's rent a movie. If you want to rent a game, let's rent a game. Grab some
Mhm.
snacks. Like
So
that just
sad.
doesn't exist anymore.
Especially like you could even like try and like create that experience of like, oh, like we're gonna have Netflix or like a streaming service, but like what if you only have one streaming service and like, oh well that movie's not on it.
Yeah.
So like it's
Yeah.
it's just not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shay.
No, wild. They're just. It was like such a fleeting like few years of
Mhm.
this weird culture that just
Mhm.
kind of exploded.
Yeah.
Redbox is also really limited for
Yeah.
me. It's just so
Unfortunately.
few choices.
Do they even still have red boxes out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember when I was, let's see, 2001, when the Fellowship of the Ring had just come out on video and DVD, VHS and DVD. I remember going to Blockbuster and kind of not like, because I had read The Hobbit. My dad was like, had given me The Hobbit when I was younger and said, hey, this is a great book. You should read that. So doing that, and then not really knowing that a movie was coming out about the Lord of the Rings. And so go to Blockbuster the one day, and there is a wall of VHS Fellowship of the Ring. Just, I
Oh.
mean, it's like the whole back wall of Blockbuster. It's just the VHS, and I'm
Mhm.
like, this is like from the books that I read. Awesome. Let's take this in. And I was not 13 at the time. And then so you gotta convince your mom that it's okay. These are okay movies, even though it was rated PG-13.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, my brother and a friend of ours is when my mom was nannying. A friend of the one son was the age, like my brother and I's age, around our age. They were just making fun of me so much about this. Like, you are such a nerd. What is
Aw.
this? This is the dumbest thing in the world. I'm like, okay, whatever, sure. We go home. I pop the movie in and start watching. It's like an hour, right? And they're still kind of making fun of me because they'll come in and there's a lot of opening, a lot of setup in the Fellowship of the Ring. I'm loving it. I think it's great. And then they walk in on the scene in Moria, the battle scene in Moria, and they're both like, "Whoa, that's really cool."
Mm-hmm.
And they sit down and they begin to watch this movie with me. And from then, after that, we saw when the Lord of the Rings came out in theaters.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. Good times. Really good times.
I remember seeing how good the Lord of the Rings did in the newspaper.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Don't get those anymore either.
Mm-mm. Or like seeing the show times in the newspaper and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you try to find a VHS player Like if you're not if you like not wanted like a yard sale, like look at a VHS player on Amazon. They're like hundreds of dollars now.
Right.
It's insane.
We just helped my parents move, and I think we just found one of their. Well, we found like a big stereo system that they had like when I was a kid, and like a whole. Like I opened up a box and there was like a VHS player, and I was like, "This is ancient. Like, one, does it still work?
Yeah.
And two, why do you still have it? Like, are you still watching VHSs?
Three
And where
prank
are they?"
So the people that my mom nannied for, obviously she's a nanny, right? So they had a little bit of money. In their living room, they had one of those old big screens, like the projection big screens, so the ones that weighed literally like 2,000 pounds, where the huge back, like it was like a big square, so it was still like the 4:3 ratio, but then like it weighed a million pounds.
Wow.
But that's what we watched The Lord of the Rings on. So that was awesome. Way bigger than any TV that would have been in my house. We had one of those floor models that still. Like floor models from like the late 80s.
Wow.
So. Well, guys, it's 9:06. Should we call it here?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for T7. Like I said, we are on for the Welcome to the Table will be on this Sunday. Same time, same place. Not the campaign. We will be diving in with, and Emily will be at the table for our first one-shot episode of War Stories. So hope you guys can join us. And
Buckle up for a wild ride.
buckle up. So we'll hope to see you then. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us tonight, and thank you guys for joining me. This was fun. So
Yeah,
Yeah, it was fun.
it was fun.
So should we say our normal thing here?
What is the normal thing? This is my first. This
I
is
guess-
my first time.
I see. When we sign off for Welcome to the Table, we all say Welcome to the Table. But do we do something different for T7?
I know the one time you guys tried to say the whole T7 thing, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what any of them are. I don't remember what. I just know Thursday is somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm. We could just tell everybody Happy Thanksgiving for this one. How's that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, 1, 2, 3. Happy. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving!
Thanksgiving!
Eh.